Longford and their first Leinster Championship semi-final for 18 years. Already 2 championship victories behind them, defeats of Westmeath and Wicklow, and manager Brendan Hackett and his co-selectors see no reason for team change. It's the same starting 15. Some scares about number 13 Desi Barry, who had a knee injury, but he's passed the fitness test this morning and he lines out. And our check on the Dublin team. 5 changes in personnel from the starting 15 against Carlow 3 weeks ago. Tommy Conroy, Dave Sinnott, Barney Rock and Declan Sheehan are back, and it's a championship debut for Michael Deegan at left half forward. But a strange set-up on the squad today. No Duff, no Delap, no Bulger, no Carroll, but a few of those are on the subs bench. Strength and depth of Dublin despite the injuries. And right on the throw-in, the wind velocity has increased. Longford had the advantage of it, if advantage it is, in the first half. Tommy Conroy. Eamon Heary, the left wing back for Dublin. Jim Bissett. Declan Sheehan roaming wide. Brian O'Hagan, right full back against Carlow, right half back today. Mick Galvin loses out. This is Liam Tierney. Liam, who came so prominently on the scene nationally with the Irish team against the Australians in the compromise rules a couple of seasons back. That's looking for Desi Barry. Desi Barry with Jerry Horgan. Dublin covered well. That's Heary over there challenging Lennon. And well pulled down by Dave Sinnott. Mick Kennedy. This great staunch defender, Mick Kennedy. Not many got the better of the St. Margaret's man. For so long, one of the unsung heroes of Dublin football. Joe McNally jumps. So does Frank McNamee. It's a good piece of fielding by McNamee. Then he throws away the advantage as McNally feeds Sheehan. Sheehan to Murphy. Murphy to Galvin. Mick Galvin looks at the post, and that's the game's first score. Mick Galvin for Dublin. 4.5 minutes gone. Longford playing with 5 forwards. Philip Kiernan, number 14, but withdrawn to a third midfielder role. Desi Barry sighted at full forward against Jerry Hart. Mark McNamara with it. Fouled by Eamon Heary. Longford players just coming off the markers and absolutely forcing the Dublin defenders into pushing fouls. And as they creep a little nearer the Dublin goal, it all gives the extra opportunity to McCormick to get within range. Number 10, John McCormick, from Era Og Kilo. Two points to his credit already. Held with a great deal of confidence by John O'Leary. Cahaly here with Tommy Conroy. McCormick going to try his luck from the sideline ball. Every place ball from just about everywhere, it seems, is the property of Speedy McCormick. That's magnificent score. That really is a superb sideline kick by John McCormick. Longford's top scorer, Longford's best forward. Dublin still playing into this pretty stiff breeze. And if they can keep in touch up to the half-time break, well, they might be able to make better use of the wind. Remember, all the time, Longford playing just 2 men in the full forward line. Cosmos Gilmore and Desi Barry. That's aimed at Cosmos. But it's Mick Kennedy who streaks in first to get it. Dave Sinnott. Eamon Heary. See the wind playing tricks there, making it difficult. Mick Harkin here. And in space he's got John McCormack. Now, what can Deadeye Dick do? That's what he can do, knock it straight over the black spot. John McCormack gets his 5th point of the game. Joe McNally gets a fist to it. Cahaly does. Cahaly gets it down to Brendan Lennon. Looks for the post. What about that on the left peg? A superb point by Brendan Lennon from the M&O Club Kilo. Number 9. There's been so little of Dublin on the attack. That's the tenacity of the Longford defence, the scoring of John McCormack, and quite a considerable win. Here's Barney Rock. Fine kick into the teeth of it. Joe McCabe in there for Longford. Breaks out to Vincent Murphy. He needs Tommy Conroy. Tommy with Cahaly. Angle very tight for Conroy. But what about that? That is an excellent point. Really excellent point by Tommy Conroy, who has looked consistently the brainiest forward in the Dublin team. So that's it. At half-time, Longford 8 points, Dublin 5 points. Will the wind tell a different story in the second half? Dublin with 3 points of a deficit. Or I guess support Longford, they with 3 points of a lead. And they played so well in that first half. Brendan Lennon, Philip Kiernan to Desi Barry, whose football brain has been so successful in this attack today. He with Jerry Horgan, one of the best fullbacks. Philip Kiernan, and a brilliant start to the second half by Longford. Brian O'Hagan's kick. Good piece of high fielding by Jim Bissett. That's Mickey O'Hara with him. Good delivery by Bissett. McCabe underneath it. Breaks down to Vinnie Murphy. Now Barney Rock, 2 dubs going for the 1 ball, Murphy and Rock. Now Charlie Redmond. And Charlie's first act in action of the second half is to put it over the balat. A game without goals. A game with a lot of good football. Joe McNally punching it forward. The covering player here is Joe McCabe. Joe runs into a bit of flack, out of which he couldn't play the ball, and that's a ball foul and a shooting chance for Barney Rock. It's a long way out, as you can see. That line just ahead of you there is the 45-metre line. So this will be a tough one for Barney. And the wind is blowing even harder now. It looks nice. It looks good. Halligan gets and loses. But John Torr is there to get the Longford boys off the rack. And that's a good clearance by the fullback. But where does it go? Merely to Barney Rock. Barney Rock plies it in to Charlie Redmond. Barney Rock again, the creator. Brilliant football. 2 points for Redmond in the second half. But Barney Rock is really playing some football. Longford need to win a bit of possession now, but it's another foul. Jersey tugging. Barney Rock has scored only 2 points in this game, but what about the rest of his contribution, particularly in this second half? He's got good possession. He's looked around him. He's spotted the best options, and he's made the right decisions, it seems, at all times. That's not a bad ball either. McGalvin! A smashing goal taken with a lot of authority by Galvin. Barney Rock's 45 seemed to pull it a little, but Galvin coming in from the left-hand post got good possession, made his own room and buried it. Tommy Conroy here. Takes off McNamee, plays it to Bissett. Bissett has the area opening up ahead of him. Plays it into Vincent Murphy, goes for goal. Vincent Murphy the scorer, and suddenly Longford boat is leaking. Well, it's all gone wrong for Longford now. That's Tommy Conroy. Great ball to Joe McNally. And a brave save by young Halligan. A brave save indeed. But the ball's in the net. Brilliant placing of the ball by Tommy Conroy. Here's Conroy, who for this reporter at least has been absolutely brilliant for Dublin. In the first half when they were in trouble, and in the second half when they were on top. Mick Galvin, leaving John Torr for dead. Playing it to Declan Sheehan, turns onto his left foot. Sean O'Shea here with Barney Rock, and that's a 45. And it's all just academic now. Barney with Bissett and Conroy and Sheehan, so instrumental in Dublin's victory march in the second half. That plus the wind. Oh no, young Halligan's cup of woe flowed over. Well, that's goal that Barney, I suppose, wouldn't smile about. He'd feel sorry for the keeper, but another one for Dublin.
Yes, indeed, that's the way it ended. There were no more scores and a clear win for Dublin. Let me turn back again to Enda Collar. And Enda, after the Carlow match, there were some questions that Dublin had to answer, I think, but they probably answered most of those today.
Yeah, well, I'd say that they're not as bad as they looked in the first half, but they're certainly not as good as they looked in the second half either, because they won't get goals that easily in the championship from now on, I figure out.
Sure. Are they good enough to win the Leinster title this year?
I don't think so. I think Meath will still beat them.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Particularly if they have Bernard Flynn back from injury now, because he means a lot to Meath. But Meath are strong and good, and you know Dublin won't get in for any easy scores like they got in the second half today.
Well, and I'm sure they'll love you all over the Metropolis for making those remarks. Your route back to Galway will be marked this evening. Okay, Enda. Well, now, Enda doesn't have to pick the man of the match for this one, because that was done for us. The man of the match in the game was, in fact, Dublin's Tommy Conroy. Now, he was nominated by Jimmy McGee for the thoughtful and intelligent quality of his team play throughout, says Jimmy. Jimmy also gave honourable mention to Longford's John McCormack, who played very well until he took a heavy knock. By the way, Jimmy also asked me to mention that his All-Star football team play a charity match this Monday night at Doona in County Fermanagh. It's against a Peter McGinnity, Kieran Murray selection, and the throw-in that game there is at 7:30. Well, this afternoon